All This Action is proudly brought to you by Diode and their associate sponsors. The championship is up for grabs in Super600s. One of the championship rivals is not even in the country, and we catch up with Aiden Liebenberg.
Hi, my name is Aiden Liebenberg. I'm 15 years old, come from Pretoria, and I've been racing for 5 years now. I started in NSF 100s and then went up to 150s, 250s. I raced in the national KTM 390s last year, and now 600s this year. Great year last year. I had some great successes. At the beginning of the year it was a bit difficult, but yeah, now at the end of the year I'm coming on quite well, fighting for podiums constantly, so I've been switching on well now. My biggest support is my dad and also Uncle Wayne, he's our mechanic, and then we've got Garrick riding the 1000s, who's also doing really well, and Sandra Shelley, who's also riding in the 600s. They definitely help me a lot. They tell me what to do, what I'm doing wrong, and yeah. Well, I'm going to Red Bull Rookies Cup now in October, so hopefully I'm trying to make it to get into MotoGP one day. If I get Red Bull, I'll just race there, but if I don't make it, I'll probably stay in the 600cc Championship and try to win it next year.
He's certainly a massive championship contender for 2018, and let's see what he can do now today at Red Star Raceway. Definitely one of his favourite circuits, and that's why he lines up on pole position.
It is race 1 time of the Super 600s and the championship is on the line. Scenario is Blaze Baker, the numbers 2 Suzuki behind me. If he wins both races today, he will be crowned the champion. But he's got Hayden Jonas on the second of the My Way bikes that is also going for that title. So he's going to catch up with Blaze and his beautiful girlfriend. Hello, beautiful girlfriend. Blaze, a lot of pressure, but that's why we come racing.
Yeah, I've never been in this position. I'm, fairly calm at the moment. There's just one job to do, and that's to put the bike in first position across the finish line, and that's what I want to do. So whatever happens during the race happens. As long as there's front wheels and first over the line, then I'm happy.
Well, there we go. No matter what, he'll have his beautiful girlfriend that loves him, so that's all that really counts. Going to move down the line here to very impressive qualifying from the second of the My Way bikes. That's Hayden Jonas. He's going for the title, but another kind of local man, we could call him that, is Dino Bambino Iotso. Dino, on the second row of the grid, showing really good pace this weekend. You want to go up there and get on the podium for the second time this season and maybe even a win?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very comfortable at this track, and I really think I have a good shot at getting back on that podium for my second time this year. I think overall that this race today is going to be one of the best races in the season, considering how close the times are. And I just really want everybody to just go out there and have fun and see what their best results.
Well, there we go. As Dino put it, it is going to be one of the most epic races that we've seen the whole season. First race of the Super 600s. Will it be the My Way bike or will it be the Uncle Andy Suzuki? We're about to find out.
It's not going to be an easy one to sort out here, Rob. I think Blaze Baker is certainly fired up, ready to rock and roll. So is the man either side of him. And I can tell you something, Hayden Jonas probably wants to do it more than anybody else. After coming back, after a couple of injuries in the season, he'd love to take a victory here. It is the first time he's been here running clockwise, and as the lights go out, let's see what he can do. Great start from Byron Bester and from Jesse Boshoff as they head down there on the 2 Kawasaki's on the inside. But Baker's done it all right from the start and heads into turn 1 in first place. What a start, though, from Dino Bambino as well. Looks like the 2 My Way Yamahas are going to be sandwiching out that Furcore construction bike as they head down into turn 2.
There's so many factors here. Any one of these top 7 or 8 riders could potentially win this race. Aiden Liebenberg, that's his favourite overtaking place. Going into turn 3 there, he shoves it on the inside of Hayden Jonas, and now he sets off to Blaze Baker, who's right where he wants to be. As Mrs. Liebenberg looking a little bit tense already. It's only lap 1, 3 corners in, so you've got a lot of nail biting to do here still. But Blaze Baker on the Uncle Andy Suzuki, he's going to have big problems here with a 15-year-old Aiden Liebenberg, and we are going to be right on board for this entire race. It's going to be epic footage. But Baker has got a lot of pressure on him now. Even with Stephen Windall not here, he's got to pick up the 2 race wins.
He doesn't get the 2 race wins, he doesn't get the championship, so it's all to do here for the Uncle Andy's man. Look at Aiden Liebenberg. He looks so comfortable, Rob. He's sitting there just waiting. He's going to show a wheel here and there. Maybe even go for an overtaking maneuver, but I don't think he's going to try anything until a little bit later in this race, because otherwise it might be too little too late. Blaze Baker certainly has the opportunity, and he knows what to do to come right back at you in the crucial times of a race.
It's Aiden Liebenberg's first full season in Super 600s, and even though he's only 15 years old, he's got a very mature head on those shoulders. So he'll just sit there with Blaze Baker, knowing exactly that in the final stage of the race, as Mrs. Liebenberg once again almost on track with her little boy, But Aiden, he'll know exactly when to strike. He won't be fussed by this. He knows that leading the race is pretty pointless with Blaise Baker out front. He'll just sit there, and in the final stages, if he's got the opportunity, he'll make the pass.
He's certainly been taught well. And remember that Anthony Shelley spent a lot of time with this young man and showed him the ropes. It got him a championship in the KTM 390s, and he looks like, as I said earlier on in the show, there's a very good possibility he's going to be one of the top contenders for next year's Super 600 Championship. Let's see what Blaise Baker can do now. Looks like Aiden's slightly off there. Not quite sure what the issue might be there, but he lost a little bit of ground coming onto the main straight. Let's keep an eye on that one as they go into turn 2 and 3 now. Hayden Jonas, then you got Dino. Behind them, it looks like it's Kuhn Snyman. Good welcome return there for Kuhn Snyman in the Otto Racing stable, ahead of Byron Bester on the first of the high-tech Kawasaki's.
Just behind these guys, Dino Bambino is certainly closing a little bit on his teammate. So watch out for that third place battle between Hayden Jonas and Dino, the two Marway Yamaha boys, as Aiden Liemenberg is now closed that gap. He certainly has got the pace to run out front with Blaise Baker. He showed that and potentially win this race. It's whether or not he will be able to make that pass. Blaise Baker, we know, is on, first of all, one very fast Suzuki, and he's one of the latest of the last breakers in the Super 600s.
Aiden Liemenberg just sitting comfortably behind him and waiting for a mistake, waiting for a chance a little bit later on in this race to have a go. He's been so cool, calm and collected, and I think it's just a matter of time before he pounces. He goes on the inside, a little bit further back there. You can see a little bit of chopping and changing. Nice maneuver there from Radman. Radman didn't get quite the start he wanted. He's fighting with Dion Nelson on the Lacquer Racing and Hygienica Yamaha as they come out of turn 3. And we head into turn 1 here with Aiden Liemenberg on the back end of the Uncle Andy Suzuki. And that Suzuki looking very good. Look at the change-up, though. Looks like Dino's got through on his teammate, Hayden Jonas, losing out a little bit of ground there. And Dino Iotso has now moved up and looking for a possible podium here.
Yeah, Iotso, remember he picked up a podium earlier on in the season down in East London. So looking for his second podium, and to do it here at his pretty much his home circuit. That'll be an awesome achievement there. And remember, the first rule of racing is to beat your teammate. Even though Hayden Jonas has a really outside mathematical chance. Oh, we've got a rider down there. That looks like it is Anthony Lessing. So on his return ride, unfortunately done. Oh, just listen to this bike of Aiden Liemenberg. That is not a happy Kawasaki there. So Aiden Liemenberg, you can see how much time he's lost on Blaise Baker. Something wrong with that Kawasaki ZX6.
Yeah, he's putting his hand up and gesticulating to his mom and dad on the side, and probably to Wayne Shelley too, saying there's an issue on this motorcycle. It's not working like it should. I wonder if it's a fueling issue, because he seems to still be able to circulate, but maybe not as in the high revs as what he'd like to be. Speaking of high revs, up into third place now. Iotso has moved up, and he's possibly going to get up into second as well. We'll have to wait and see. There's a very good possibility of a Marway 2 and 3 here. They're not going to catch Blaise Baker. Baker, I think, has got it all to do, but they're certainly closing down on Aiden Liemenberg for second.
And Braden Nassus must be pulling out whatever he has left now, watching these two battle, because they are going hammer and tong. There's no team orders there. It's all about podium bragging rights. Aiden Liemenberg still comes across the line, but definitely maybe a fueling issue, like you said, Greg, because I can hear that bike just spluttering on some occasions. He's still able to circulate. So let's see if he can hold off the two Marway bikes just behind him, but definitely not a happy sounding Kawasaki. But that's left this man, Blaise Baker, out front where he needs to be, and he'll be getting the pit boards, seeing that lead that he's got on track just extend, and he'll be getting somewhat of a smile on. Remember, he's still got to do it in race number 2, but so far doing what he needs to do here. And that battle for third place just opening up now, but Hayden Jonas now putting down the hammer and not letting his younger teammate get the better of him.
Oh, we're on the final lap, and Blaise Baker's done it all right. He's done 1 for 1. He's got to do 2 for 2 today if he wants the number 1 plate. And across the line, looks like Aiden Liemenberg is going to survive. He's going to just make it across the line. Look how far back the Marway boys are. Great ride from the two of them. They come through for 3 and 4. So unfortunately, it wasn't a 2 and 3 on the podium there for the Marway team. A great run there from Bester, and then across the line, Rudman just squeezing through there to beat Dion Nelson for the top 8 and 9 position. Jesse Bossoff eventually finished up in 10th place. A great ride though from Baker. Let's see what he can do now, see if he can get it right for race number 2. But we've still got a podium ceremony to sort out there, and a great effort there from Baker. He'll take the top step. He's happy about that, but he's going to be pushed hard now in the second race.
It was a lot of fun. Dicing with Dino is a lot of fun. Basically, yesterday he showed me the lines, and we went out every session. So this podium wouldn't be a podium without Dino. With all his hard work and that. So I'm really appreciative. Yeah, look, coming to the circuit was a bit difficult. I struggled in the first couple sessions, but with my dad here and my team, they just kept motivating me to keep pushing, and I did so. I just want to say a happy birthday to my aunt. It's a birthday today, and. Yeah, just everyone fantastic racing.
I thought I had the opportunity to win. I could stay with Blaise, and I was feeling comfortable, and then something went wrong, and I just just the bike started to die and go in again, so I lost a bit of time and I almost lost my podium, but we'll get it fixed for race 2 and we'll try to win in race 2.
It was very close there in the end. Those two My Way bikes were closing you down, and we thought, hang on a second, there's a possibility they're going to squeeze you out. But it shows that you have to have the ability to ride around a motorcycle with issues if you want to be at the top.
Yeah, I tried my best and I was trying to go so fast in the corners because in the straight it was dying, so I was just holding my head down. But yeah, we'll try again in race 2.
Aiden, he's riding very, very well. Our team and I have been like in thought all weekend if whether or not my tire was going to last, because always the whole year we've been struggling to preserve our rear tire towards the end of a race. But the setup that we found this weekend is absolutely incredible, and feeling very, very strong, and just one more to go.
We unfortunately had some problems with the bike. I was feeling good and I thought I had the chance to win, and then the bike broke and I almost lost my podium, but I just managed to hold on. But we sorted the problem now, so I think I've got a chance to win now this next race.
So what was the problem?
Fuel pump problem, but yeah.
Well, as you can see, that was the issue, and it's now going to be sorted out by the Shop 74 team. They'll get him back out on track, and he'll be looking to do some damage now and possibly even steal the final victory. You can see how comfortable he was in race 1.
It is the final race of the Super 600s here at Red Star Raceway. A little bit sad. It's been such an incredible season so far. It's going down to the wire, though. The championship's still very much up for grabs between Blaze Baker and Stephen Windall, who's not even here, but it's all in Blaker's hands. But one man that has had a serious turn of pace in the second half of the season and looking for a podium here now in race 2. Byron Bester, you had an incredible ride in race 1. Didn't get the start you wanted, but you came through the field nicely, and that podium's right there.
Yeah, I'm really wanting a podium, definitely. Let's see what happens this race. Last race of the season. So I'm not going to back down. Guns out. I'm blazing.
Oh, there we go, proper Boksburg boy. I like that. Just gets it all going there. That's what we do in Boksburg in the East Rand. I'm going to come now to a man who has really surprised all so far this season. His first full season in the Super 600s. An incredible job. Looks like he could potentially pick up second in the championship. Hayden, it's been an incredible season for you. Your first full season. It's all about getting yourself ready now for next season. You had a good fight in race number 1 with your teammate, just beating him. So plans for race number 2?
Race number 2, plan is to have fun. I mean, that's why I do the sport. I do it so I can have fun. It's been an incredible season. A big thanks to Brad and Assos for giving me this opportunity. To my family and friends, just everyone. It's been an incredible season, some highs and lows, but definitely one I'll remember.
It really has been an incredible season, and it's all about to come to a sad end here. I don't want it to end, please don't end, but it's the final race of the Super 600s here at Red Star Raceway, and let's finish it off.
Yeah, I'm also quite unhappy about the fact that it's the final race, Rob. We've had an incredible season. Now what is going to happen in this championship? Are we going to see Aiden Liebenberg return to the top, or can Blaze Baker keep him at bay? The Uncle Andy's team have done everything right so far this weekend. They've got to do it one more time, and Baker's got to go and take that top step to take the championship. Off the line, it's a good start from Baker. It's a great start from Hayden Jonas. Not such a good start though from Aiden Liebenberg. A little bit of a bucking bronco off the line there, but he managed to climb onto the back end of Dino as they go through, and nearly rams right up the back end of him as they go around the outside. Now it's Aiden Liebenberg on the outside. Dino squeezes him wide. Woo! It's getting real, and we're only into turn 2.
I think it's safe to say that they fixed the fuel pump issue on Aiden Liebenberg's bike, because he's already going for it and now shoves it on the inside of Hayden Jonas. So from a not so good start up into second place after 3 corners. So Aiden Liebenberg is really up for this, and Blaze Baker, that he would not want to. Oh, big moment there for Blaze Baker coming out of the left hand, and Aiden Liebenberg did oh so well to miss that, and Jonas looks at him and says, yeah, Lighty, that's what happens in Super 600s.
Yeah, welcome to Super 600s. You got to stay on your toes, you got to stay on the back wheel, and you got to make sure that you don't get caught out by those kind of maneuvers. But an incredible effort to avoid the big high side there from the Suzuki in front. Dino is now side by side with him. Look at Hayden Jonas on the attack, going for the lead. He's got the drive, he gets past Baker. He goes down, and so does Liebenberg. Wow, Baker dropping back down in
Jonas
his
is not
third place.
stopping that. Jonas is not stopping that. He was way too late on the brakes. You could see how late Blaze Baker was, and Aiden Liebenberg has benefited big time from that. But there are problems for Blaze Baker on this opening lap. The Suzuki man seems a little bit flustered, or there's something wrong with that bike, because he's now down in second place, but not the same Blaze Baker we saw in race number 1. And look at the gaggle behind him. Besta, Radman, Iotso, they are all there, and this is a massive dice on the second lap.
Fighting hard as they go down into turn 2. We're on board with Baker as he tries to come into turn 2. He's battling to turn that bike, Rob. Maybe there might be a little bit of a tyre issue there, maybe some high tyre pressures, I'm not quite sure. Kewan Snyman's all over the back of him, so is Rudman. Rudman's got Bester. Behind Bester comes William Friend. Wild William Friend, we didn't see him much in the first race, but he's now in the second race and starting to close in. Rudman's through on Baker. Baker is in big trouble here.
Aiden Liebenberg's got no problems on that Kawasaki of his now. He's extending his lead out front. But look at the massive dice now behind Malcolm Rudman there. Blaze Baker, he's got a lot of very fast Kawasaki riders right on his tail. Throw in the likes of Anthony Lessing's not too far behind there. So great return right there. But Blaze Baker is losing positions with every lap. That's Dino Iotso that's now made the move on him, and Baker's definitely got issues. I think it might be a tyre pressure issue because he cannot turn that motorcycle. That is now Byron Bester, who's looking to round off the season with a podium finish. He's now got ahead of Baker, so Baker is literally seeing his championship now fade by the wayside.
Bester just slapping in his personal best lap time around the circuit. Remember, him, Dino, and Luke McGregor were here a week ago riding in the Suzuki 4-hour, and the three of them won that race outright. William Friend now gets through on his teammate. Baker won't be happy with that. He'll come straight back at Wild Will and see if he can squeeze him by. The two Suzuki's fighting hard, but I think Baker is in massive trouble here. This is championship falling by the wayside and looks like it might be headed into the man who's not even here's hands. Stephen Odendahl, he's across in Spain at the moment, and I can tell you something, he doesn't even know what's going on track. The action we've seen in the second 600 race has been top class.
Oh, there's a crash.
Right it down in turn 1. Oh, it's Jonas. Jonas has gone down. There you can see the onboard shot shows Jonas going down, pushing the limit into turn 1, and unfortunately doing a bit of a Lance Isaacs there. Going down with a little bit too much lean angle.
Yeah, and he made his way through the field after that lap number 1 mistake that he made going into the final chicane, and came storming through the field and was looking good for a podium, but just pushing a little bit too hard. And Blaze Baker, this must be so demoralizing, just seeing everyone come past you and there's literally nothing you can do about it. He's got some issues with that Uncle Andy Suzuki, and it is such a pity because he has been the man, other than Stephen Odendahl, who has been the Super 600 rider to beat this season. He tries to fight back now on his teammate, but he's not going to stop that bike. So he's flustered. He's really just seeing everything just fall by the wayside. And under that Shui helmet just must be a very, very unhappy Blaze Baker.
Yeah, I can see with the closing stages coming up right now. He's even been caught by Luke McGregor, our top regional rider here, and having a super run here, the second of those high-tech Kawasaki's. And in fact, this is probably going to be the highest finish we see out of Luke McGregor if he can find a way through there on Blaze Baker. Now look at that. If he's fighting with Blaze Baker here, yes, Baker's got a problem on the bike, but it's just going to prove that youngster is Oh, his teammate's out. That's Bester on the sideline. I think Byron Bester went down at the bottom hairpin and unfortunately crashed out. So it's now Luke McGregor who will fly the flag high for high-tech. And speaking of flags, have a look at the PS and My Way Yamaha on the inside of Rudman, and he's got through. Bambino is on the move.
Yeah, this is the way to end your season. It's been a great introduction to the Super 600s and to South African motorcycle racing for Dino Iotso, and this is exactly the talent that we know. Getting himself ready to go over and challenge in the Red Bull rookies and to finish on the podium, that'll be an incredible effort there. Luke McGregor now on the inside of Blaze Baker. You can see he just cannot pull that Suzuki to any kind of apex line. He's definitely got some tyre issues. And Luke McGregor, what a ride from the young man, our 250 Cup champion from last year, making the transition to Super 600s. And another name to throw in that hat for next year, Malcolm Rudman, from a podium potential finish to out of this race.
Oh, nice there from Bossoff around the outside of Baker. Can he keep it all together? Jesse, I think, was a little bit too hot going into turn 3. The checkered flag is going to be out, and Aiden Liebenberg is going to take the final blood of the season. He went from zero to hero there, no doubt about it. Iotso is on the podium. A great effort from him, and across the line there for third place. It is just mind-blowing how good the Super 600 race has been. There's confirmation results. It's Kewan Snyman who eventually finishes up ahead of William Friend. Luke McGregor and Blaze Baker, the championship contender, down in 6th place.
Just behind him is Jesse Bossoff, Anthony Lessing, and Gareth Gaelic with his first top 10 in Super 600. So the man down from Cape Town, a great ride there. Remember that name, but it's a very young and fast podium that we've got here in the final race of the season. Remember Aiden Liebenberg, Kewan Snyman, and Dino Iotso, because they're going to be big title contenders in 2018.
I don't think I've raced a national since, I think my last one was SWAT Cups. So my dad and I planned the whole year to come back for this one, and I'm really happy with the result because it's a big improvement from where we were at the end of last year, so I'm really happy.
It just bodes well for next year as well, hey?
Yeah, definitely. And I must say a big thank you to RPM Centre and David McFadden for sorting my bike out, because I think it's by 50 times better than it's ever been, by far.
Yes, like that was probably the most intense run I've ever done. It started off not too shabby, but I started getting left behind in the pack, and slowly but surely I made my way up. Had a few good battles with Malcolm Rudman, Yes, and then I think he hit a neutral, and then that was it for him. And I just tried so hard just to stay in second place and take that last lap as cautious as I can.
I know you're riding on Yamaha today and they're very happy with the performance, but I think a little bit of help a week ago at the Suzuki 4-hour with you and Byron showed exactly what you could do around here.
Yes, definitely. I'm glad I did that endurance just to show how much fitness I've got. If not, I think I would have been poked.
Awesome job. Looking forward to next year now.
Awesome. I just want to say a big thank you to Yamaha and NASA's Racing just for preparing an amazing weapon for me.
It was a great way to end off the season. I had great pace throughout the race, and I just could manage to make a gap and just work on a constant pace. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to all of the family and friends that came to watch today, and also just Uncle Wayne Shelley for helping me sort the bike out and just for the whole year.
It's been a great season, and I'm sure that you're looking forward to going into next season with this kind of pace and potentially being a championship contender.
Yeah, we'll definitely go for number 1 next year.
There's no doubt about it. Congratulations to all of our riders, and all this action is proudly brought to you by Diode and their associate sponsors.